Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going today? So today's date is Monday, September the 9th, and we're going to take a look at how the crypto market and especially Bitcoin has been trending so far, because as we all know, ever since a few days ago where we hit that $65,000 range there back in August the 23rd, we ended up dropping a substantial amount already over the past 2 weeks. So welcome everybody. My name is Philcone. And I've been in the crypto space now for about 9 years. I've seen two major bull markets and two major bear markets, and my job is try to help you navigate through this perilous journey that we call crypto. And hopefully we can all capitalize on this next upcoming bull market, most likely anticipated that will begin at the end of this year or most likely 2025. I am a strong believer that this bull market is going to continue. People have been asking me, Philcon, do you actually think that the bull market is over? Do you think we've reached an all-time high? Do you think that we're not going to go upwards? And the answer is, I do believe a bull market is going to be here. I don't believe that we hit an all-time high already. And there will be many more new highs that will most likely come into play as well. It's just a matter of being extremely patient. And it's the investors that know how to hold through these types of slower sideways markets that have a lot of indecision, that have a lot of fear. We're gonna capitalize and we're gonna keep dollar cost averaging, and those are the people that will ultimately be the most successful. Five three six 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 six. So if you take a look at the metrics that so let's take a look at some of the. So we're gonna jump into the cryptoverse where it has a lot of different data that I wanted to go over with you guys here. But before we do that, guys, make sure that you understand there's multiple ways to generate revenue when this bull market does come again. And of course, everybody needs to have a long-term portfolio hold. And the second thing that they need to do is learn how to day trade and also swing trade. This way you can maximize your returns. I think during these types of periods where we're having more red months, it's crucial for you to be studying as much as you can so you can capitalize. And this brings me to one of the hugest sales that I've had. I created a brand new course, Philcon's course version 3.0, Mastering the Day Trading Markets. It's finally out. And I'm having a huge 60% off sale while I'm in Poland spending the week here. So this sale for 60% off, what you're gonna get is three major things. One, my 19-hour masterclass course that's gonna teach you how to trade extremely well. And by the time you're done it, you're gonna feel incredibly confident about knowing how to day trade and some of the things I look for. Not only that, you're gonna learn my highly optimized, highly refined 3 strategies that I've been creating over 9 years now. You're also going to get access to my lifetime Discord private trading group as well. And you're gonna get access to the third thing, which is the advanced volatility scanner. And this indicator is gonna help you find more trades than anything out on the market. I'm so confident that you're gonna love my course and my Discord group that if you're not happy with it, I'm gonna offer a 100% refund. But my goal is to ensure that you can capitalize in this upcoming bull market. So take a look at the link below, guys, and it's also in my Twitter. So let's take a look at some of the data from Into the Cryptoverse. We'll take a look at the monthly returns table first of all. So Bitcoin has been cycling for every 4 years or so. That's when we reach a new all-time high. So there are many years that are equivalent to the year that we're in now. So for example, 2017 and 2021 were the bull market years, but they had years before that, right? So the year before 2017 is 2016. The year before the bull market in 2021 is 2020. So 2016, 2020, and 2024, they're somewhat equivalent years in terms of most likely the year before the bull market. So if you take a look at 2016 over here, what you're gonna see is that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green months and 4 red months. In 2020, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 red months as well. And what you can see here so far in 2024 is we finally have had 4 red months as well. So does this mean that October, November, and December, it could possibly be very green months? Or maybe October will be a slightly down month, and then the other 2 will be very green months. But if this is the year that's leading up to the bull market, we can expect some major rallies in Q4 coming up. And that's why I believe that 48, 49K, it needs to hold extremely well at a support range. If not, we're going to see anywhere from 40,000 to even 44K ranges, and that will be disaster. But perhaps if we actually get to those lower ranges and we see $40,000 to $44,000, that would be the best time to accumulate, because it might very well be one of the last drops that we'll ever see again. And the reason I say that is because if we take a look at this region right here, okay, that's around 49,000 or so. Let me just get it a little bit tighter, 49K. Okay, see how it's for this high here, that's a resistance, and this low here, that's a support. So if that ends up breaking over there, we're gonna see some catastrophic drops to the downside, all the way back to these particular ranges. And that's something we probably don't want to have. So getting back into these metrics, it's still possible that we might have a few down months or 1 or 2, but most likely it'll lead up into a very bullish period so far, in my opinion. So let's also take a look at some other metrics here. Okay, let's take a look at the fair value logarithmic regression band. What you can see is that for every bull market, there's an upper band and there's a lower band. You can see that in 2017, the peak, the fair value of Bitcoin, based off of this line, highly exceeds the upper bound or the fair value in general. Okay, so there's a lower bound, upper bound, and there's the middle. So the middle is where the fair value would be. In a bull market, we highly exceed it. In a bear market, we drop extremely low. In a bull market, we highly exceed it again. But there are periods where there's going to be ups and downs quite often. And you can see right now, just based off of this chart, that we're well below the fair market value, which means, in my opinion, there's a really good opportunity to end up buying, because once we get to those ranges, it's going to fly. And then there's also other metrics we can take a look at, such as the historical risk levels. And usually in the bull market, when the peak or the all-time high is reached, the historical risk level is reaching anywhere from 0.9 to 1. So you can see in 2017, we get almost to 1. In 2021, we get almost to 1. So those are really good metrics to use when you're trying to time near top to exit your position on strength, or to get out when weakness is starting to show. And you can see right now that the historical risk levels are roughly about 0.5. It hasn't exactly reversed to the downside yet, but it looks like it's making its way to the downside. And you can see that in 2020, there's been many times where we've reached very low levels again. So anytime the historical risk level is very low, we're talking 0.2, 0.3, those are traditionally some of the best times to buy. And then when you also combine it with things like the fear and the greed index as well. So if the historical risk level is very high, near 0.8, 0.9, or even 1, and if the greed is also extremely high, that would be a great time to get out of the market. But the opposite also holds true, where if the fear is very high in the market, for example, it's super low. Like right now, the fear is at 26. So if the fear was really low, and also the historical risk index is low as well, like 0.2, 0.1, 0.3, those would be the best times to buy. And you can see based off of here that we barely even entered a frenzy stage yet. So you can see in 2021, when it starts to get really high, there's like frenzy periods of just green for a long time. And then it goes to the red, where the fear starts to get high again, then the greed starts to pick up again. So right now, we're more so at a neutral point in terms of how the market is trending. So right now, Bitcoin has recovered a fairly good amount. My portfolio also recovered a fairly good amount as well. So if we take a look at how Bitcoin's trending, it's not much has changed, guys. Right now, we're at the cusp of most likely reaching a resistance that we need to hold, or a resistance that we need to break. I would say around right here, right now, this is a reasonable support level, because if you take a look at on the 4-day chart here, the 4-day chart, it shows that this is where the bodies are for the closes right around here. Then if we take a look at the chandelier exit indicator, for example, we can see that we're actually breaking it for the first time. So right now, as it stands last week when we closed, this is the very first time that we've broken the chandelier exit. And that's unfortunate, but this happens. And it's not always going to be in our favor. And I'm going to show you that history does have many occasions. I'm just double checking if it's on 3 here. Yep, it's on the right one. So history has shown us that this chandelier exit, it doesn't always hold as an actual support. Sometimes there's going to be breaks, but every time that there is a break, it's one of the best times to be buying actually. So unfortunately, we see it close red last time. If we go to, for example, let's just go check out here, the Bitcoin index of all time. You can see that in prior years, after we reached the bottom, for example, we reached the bottom here in 2019, there's still periods where the chandelier exit ended up breaking it substantially, just like in 2019, 2020 over here, before it resumes a major bull market. So it would be naive to say that it's not possible for the volatility to change. So for example, after reaching the bottom here, like in 2015, we also see some major periods where it breaks again on the weekly. So you see it break over here, you see it break over here, you see it break over here, before it continues a monster rally. You can even see it break over here as well, this range. But eventually it gets to an all-time high and it doesn't break. So it would be naive to say that it's not possible for the volatility to change one time. And here we are, the volatility has changed. And unfortunately, these ranges have to be tested sometimes. So my best advice to everybody still is to hold on to the positions that you're in. It's not financial advice, but it's what I'm doing. I'm going to be dollar cost averaging extremely heavily. I want to get into some better average prices as well. And also I'm going to keep studying to make sure that I'm well versed with day trading so I can swing and also day trade and scalp when the market does get better. So other than that, guys, just thank you for your time. 48,000, 49,000 needs to hold right now. Let Bitcoin settle, give it a few days. Like right now, we still see everything trending down hard. Like the weekly chart is still trending down hard. So there's not much I can say other than we're trying to push lower to the lower prices, but there might be a temporary support for now. So I unfortunately don't have any predictions to give you guys. I would rather react when data comes in rather than trying to make some wild predictions. So other than that, guys, I hope to see a lot of you as my students. Take a look at the link below to access this 60% off sale. And also, if you are already a lifetime member in my Discord group, or if you're an elite member already in my Discord group, basically people that have been with me for a long time, make sure that you're DMing me to get access to the course at a discount, because I want to make sure that I reward and help out the people that have been with me for a long time now. So other than that, guys, I hope to see a lot of you as my students and also taking up my course there. You guys are going to love the work that I do. And stay calm, everybody. Stay patient. And I'll see you when days are better ahead. Stay patient. See you there.